Hey, it is the Antisocial Socialite back at it again. Shout out to all the wonderful new subscribers and returning friends. Welcome. Shout out to everybody who's hit the subscribe button recently, everyone who's been sharing the content, coming through to these live streams. This is not going to be a long one, so I wasn't going to play the intro, and then I realized I kind of have to because I need to put the fair use notice. I hope everyone's having a good week. And we're halfway through the year, nearly halfway through the year already. Can you believe it? So as you can see from the title, this video is discussing the idea that the black man does not like women with natural hair. And I came across this video, while scrolling. And I thought this lady has kind of missed the point. So without further ado, let's play the video and then I will give my commentary.
They're not just saying natural hair as in afro.
Yeah, what black men say they like and what they actually like are two totally different things. Yeah, they might say they like black women in their natural
I don't know if you
state,
guys
but
can
they're
hear it
still
because it's a
totally
bit low.
checking out those women with the BBLs, long claws, and 30-inch weave. So answer this question. Who has the most DMs? The black women in their natural state or the Nicki Minaj wannabes? And another thing, when black men say they like natural hair, they're talking about liking certain curl patterns. They like looser textured hair for the most part, rather than kinky, curly textured hair. You can tell what black men like based on what they give the most attention to.
When black men say they like natural hair, they're not just saying natural hair as in afro.
Yeah, what black men say they like and what they actually like are two totally different things. Yeah.
Okay, so the first lady said that black men don't like women with afro hair. And there's another video here of a woman saying she goes out natural and she gets more looks and more attention when she's not wearing a ton of makeup, and I guess she has natural hair as well, when she looks more natural. And the reason why I wanted to make this video, basically to kind of counter this video, and obviously videos like it, is because the lady then goes on to say, you can tell what a black man likes based on what he gives his attention to. And as we discussed kind of in the last video, although it was all over the place and there were a lot of topics in the one video, men like a combination of women who are holy and unholy. I'm trying to keep it PC out here. They like women who are ladies in the streets and freaks in the sheets. They like a woman who's put together and tidy and presentable, and she's got a freaky side, and maybe she's got a little bit of Nicki in her or whatever, but at the same time she's also got a little bit of Mother Teresa. And just because a man is going to Instagram and looking at women that we would consider as Thorianas, video vixens or whatever, it doesn't mean that's what he wants to take home every day. These women are so fixated on who is getting attention. But it's like, do you want attention or do you want a lifelong partner? Because the man who is going to Instagram, clicking on all the booty pics, he's not there because of the weave. He's not there because of the kinky hair and the long weave. These guys, it's just a coincidence that the women who have, their booty out or their breasts out, they're paddling by the pool, half naked, happen to have weave. He's not there for the weave. He's there for the naked flesh that's on show. And I don't understand why a grown woman can't understand that a man is not there for the weave. Now, she's going to then go on to say that men like certain curl patterns. And as a person with 4C hair, I'm not going to lie, it's going to be more difficult for us with the 4C hair to just wear our hair as it grows out of our head. We have to do things to it to make it look tidy. A lot of the issue is, our hair gets very dry. It can be very coarse. We know shrinkage is a reality. We could have very long hair, but because of the tightness of the curls, it's very difficult for us to have the long flowy hair that you often find other ethnic groups having. Do you understand? I mean, shrinkage is a real problem, and it's very easy for tighter curls to become matted. I'm not saying that straight hair doesn't become matted, it will, but I feel like it's easier to get a brush or a comb through straighter hair. When you've got very kinky curly hair, it's going to take probably more work to separate those curls and make the hair defined, make the hair look neat and tidy. That's the problem. A lot of the time when women have very tight curl patterns, we can't just wash it and leave it if we don't want it to be matted and untidy looking. So when these women are out here, you know, with the natural hair, does it look put together? Does it look kempt, or does it look unkempt? This is what these women don't want to admit, that when women have natural hair, you know, depending on how tight the curl is, the hair is not just gonna be, you wash it, let the breeze blow on it, and you can just go, or you comb it for 5 seconds and it's ready to go. It's got to be heavily moisturized. The water's very hard. It makes the hair very dry, very brittle. It lacks luster. You know, the moment it starts to dry, it starts to shrink. You've got to part it, moisturize it, plait it in some type of protective style to stretch it and keep it stretched. It takes a lot of work to maintain natural hair. And this is one of the reasons why I personally am not against the food. Because if you have to choose between, you know, wrestling with the hair, you know, when you go to comb it, does it go to fight back, versus, you know, doing a protective style, cane rowing it or whatever, singles, and then throwing a wig or a weave on. If you want to look presentable and tidy, then you may have to just do the wigs or the weave. Do you understand? I mean, it's a misconception that because people wear wigs and weaves, they're bald. A lot of, when I had my hair that was coming halfway down my back, I used to wear wigs and weaves all the time, and it was long because it was protected. But, you know, obviously people will assume because I don't wear my natural hair out, I must be bald. But actually, no, I had a lot of hair, and it was untamable. It was really unmanageable because it was so coarse and so curly. And at that time, there was quite a lot of it, not like now, where I've played with it so much, half of it has fallen out. Shout out to George Golden in the building. Long time no see, leaked number one sub. I like women in froze and locks. Saw a chocolate sister with a short crop hair like Lupita. She was very pretty. This is it. There's just a misconception that black men don't like women with natural hair. And this is a big problem for black women who don't necessarily have their priorities right. The modern woman doesn't necessarily have her mind right. These women behave like hookers, then expect the best treatment. It's true. At the end of the day, just because a man is out here looking at women that he would like to fantasize about sexually, it doesn't mean that that is who he wants to take home to his mama. That's who he wants to make a wife. And unfortunately, these women are conflating two very different things. Let me go back to the video because it's not a long video, but I wanted to address this because it goes to show why a lot of black women struggle to find meaningful relationships, because their focus and their understanding of male nature is lacking. Just because men are attracted to women who have a certain aesthetic doesn't mean that's who he wants to be with. When a man is looking for a cheap thrill, then he's gonna look at the body. You know, I mean, I've never really heard men say, oh, I love a chick because of her hair. To be honest with you, if a woman's hair is neat and put together, he's attracted. What he's looking at more than anything is, her face, how she dresses. Obviously, a man who's looking for something casual, he wants signs that a woman is open to a casual situation. And that's going to be how exposed, how easily can he access her body. So the Instagram model is not dressed like a nun, or in a burqa, but then the hair is out and he's like, oh my gosh, I need that kinky hair in my life. That's not what he's saying. He's looking at the boobs. He's looking at how the girls sit in that bikini and how she looks like he can entertain a fantasy of this sexual woman. And obviously, these women want to attract men from all over the world. So a looser curl pattern is something that more men can probably relate to, because you have women all over the world who have curly hair, but not every hair is afro hair curly. And a lot of men love afro hairs, but obviously afro hair, it can become dry. It needs a lot of work to maintain because the elements are going to suck the moisture out of it, making it lackluster, making it, like not have a sheen. It's not going to be as soft and as bouncy as it could be. Afro hair is gorgeous hair. It's beautiful to smell. It's beautiful to play with. It's just nice. But obviously an afro takes work, because once it's dry, the hair needs to be injected with a lot of moisture.
They might say they like Black women in their natural state, but they're still scrolling on Instagram, checking out those women with the BBLs, long claws, and 30-inch weave. So answer this question. Who has the most DMs?
Okay, so who do you actually want to be sliding in your DMs? Like, a lot of the guys that are sliding in your DMs, would you actually want to have a relationship with them? Would you want to talk to them? A lot of them are creepy. A lot of them are just there to use women. They're just there to have fun. They're not there looking for a serious relationship. So who cares, who's getting the most DMs? You think these women on social media who are getting a lot of DMs are really getting quality men who are looking to wife them? Is that what you're looking for? Are you looking for a man who wants to make you a wife? Or do you just want the validation of getting a lot of men sliding in your DMs? Again, it's that drug called attention. These women want to be lusted. They don't necessarily want to be wifed. And so they're complaining about not getting wifed, but they themselves are not looking to be wives. They don't want to be wives. They care more about getting thirsted after by a ton of different dudes online.
Black women in their natural state, or the Nicki Minaj wannabes? And another thing, when Black men say they like natural hair, they're talking about liking certain curl patterns. They like looser textured hair for the most part, rather than kinky, curly textured hair. You can tell what Black men like based on what they give the most attention to.
When Black men say they like natural hair,
well, for me, kinky is like coolie, which is kind of like the kind of hair that you would expect from somebody who's biracial. It's got curl, but it's not such a tight curl. And I wouldn't say that that's true. Like I said, afro hair can be soft, bouncy, beautiful, moist, shiny. It just needs to be maintained, and that takes work. What I will say is, if the woman is not doing her hair, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, what else could she not be doing? Because if the woman is going full natural, like, I'm just not going to comb my hair, I'm not going to take the time to make my natural hair attractive. I'm trying to use a word that's not offensive, because, some would argue just letting it grow out of your head and not doing anything to it in and of itself is its natural state and therefore attractive. I mean, is it kempt or is it unkempt? And if the hair is not done, what is the rest of the body saying? Is the hygiene on point? Is the face on point? Like, I'm not a massive fan of dreads. Shout out to anybody who has them. But some dreads still look neat and put together and tidy. You know, they frame the face well. They're well maintained. They're clean. A person who has natural hair may feel like, I just need to be au naturel everywhere. And it's like, no, you still need to be put together. Even if you're going to go natural, you still need to moisturize your skin, wear colors that flatter your face. You don't need to do heavy makeup, but you may need to put a little eyeliner, a little mascara, a little lip gloss if you're not going to wear a full face. You know, is the body hygiene on point? You know, you're trying to use all these natural products because you don't want the chemicals. I totally understand that. But then, you know, is it effective is what I'm trying to say, because I know for myself, certain products don't work for me. It doesn't matter how much other people use those products and it works for them. Like, and I would say this to anybody, male or female, if a product doesn't work for you, just don't use it. Because at the end of the day, when you go out, people don't care that you're trying to save the planet and protect your body. They're like, why does in here smell like a hot dog stand? You know, it's like, who's frying onions in this bus? So it's I don't want to be harsh, but we have to be truthful, you know. It's like, I swear somebody's got some catfish in the bus, you know. No, it's like from top to bottom, you want to be manicured, pedicured, body smelling fresh. Even if you're trying to go natural, the products you use have to be effective when you do what you're doing. So the chicks that are out here with the natural hair, are they actually putting themselves together, or are they not putting themselves together? Do you understand? George said, let's put it this way. A woman with the right body, she'd get attention even if she had a hairdo like Pennywise. This is it, you know, because the thirst is so real. Men are out here thirsting so much. So a woman who's not put together can still get a lot of looks. These women tell you anything you need to know. She doesn't care about good men. She wants the guys that will use her up and then throw her away. And then she'll complain afterwards that she got used and throw away. It's like they aren't wife material anyways. I mean, I can't speak to whether they're wife material, okay? Because at the end of the day, you know, we could argue that anybody is a wife to somebody who's gonna wife them. A lot of these women, the problems that they have is they can't attract the men they want. They can't attract the men that they're attracted to, or they feel like is in their category. And so could anybody be a spouse? In one respect, yes, if somebody's going to offer you a ring. Do you know what I mean? It's like a lot of women get offered rings. But the question is, did they get offered a ring by a man they'd actually want to spend the rest of their life with? And the answer is no. And that's probably why some of them are not married. It's not because they've never been proposed to. It's because they didn't get the proposal from the men that they would like. And I would never tell somebody marry somebody they're not attracted to, because I don't believe you can negotiate desire. And that statement has a two sides to the coin of it. You can't negotiate who you are attracted to internally, and you shouldn't be trying to wear somebody down to like you. Like, why would you want to grind somebody down to the point where they concede into being in a relationship with you because you hounded them? Like, how would you feel within yourself knowing that you had to stoop that low to get the attention? So Leeks is out here laughing, but you know, we got to talk the truth. A woman who is very natural, like, how natural are we talking? So, you know, we have to be, these women are being disingenuous when they talk about black men liking natural hair. And let's just say, for the argument's sake, that they do like the looser curl pattern. They like the women who maybe have the looser curl pattern, i.e. the fairer skin, kinky hair, biracials, or, you know, whatever, even white. because these women actually look tidy, their hair is together, their hair is natural, it's naturally long. Like, men don't necessarily like wigs or weave, but they would rather their woman presentable than natural with an unkempt hairstyle. It's like a trade-off, the lesser of two evils. I mean, I've never really heard men openly saying that they don't like wigs or weave. And like I said before, a lot of these conversations are probably barbershop-ish. If you are not in the barbershop or in these places where men congregate and have very honest conversation with each other, you may not be privy to their thought processes. And that's partly because men understand if they talk in this manner, it's going to come across as judgmental. And if they come across as judgmental, this is going to restrict their opportunity for sexual access, because a woman is not going to want to be open with a man she feels is going to judge her. So men are going to hide their true feelings for fear of losing out on the opportunity for sex. So I understand that, you know, when we come to the internet and men are talking about these things quite openly and freely, it's a bit of a culture shock for a lot of women, because we've never heard it offline, not because men don't feel that way, but because they understand, if I don't want to get a reputation as being a judgmental guy, I have to suppress these truths that I feel in order to not close any doors to sexual access that might be open to me. But it just is what it is. These women are misconstruing why these men are going to social media. They're going to social media and looking at women online because those women are open. Those women are there to please. Those women are there to be a sex object and a fantasy object. These women are going, are online to pleasure these men visually. Okay? They're not arguing back. Whatever the men want, they're catering to it. And on top of it, they're probably half naked with everything that men like on show. It's that simple. They're not going there for the wig or the weave. They're going there because of the ass and the boobs that are out. What's hard about that to understand? So I just wanted to kind of address this video. There's other videos like it. And like this lady here in the short at the beginning, she's got loose hair. She's pretty. I think she's an attractive looking woman. Hair is done. She's made an effort with the makeup. She's got a little something on the lips. She's in shape. You know, somebody like this shouldn't even be complaining about men liking natural hair, because she herself is an attractive woman. Why is she complaining when she should be out here, looking a man? And then on top of it, I don't know if that's a wedding band, because I can't tell if this is the left or the right hand, if it's straight on or if it's reversed. But her finger looks like there's a ring on it, and it's like,
they're not just saying natural hair as in.
Why is she even complaining?
Yeah, what black men say they like and what they actually like are two totally different things.
Men like two things at once, because what a man likes when he's looking for a wife is different from what a man likes when he's looking for a fling. When a man is looking for a casual situation, the physical side of the woman is very important because he needs to be aroused straight away. But when a man is looking for a long-term, lifelong partner where he's going to merge his life and be responsible and accountable for that woman, yes, he is going to pick a woman who maybe doesn't have the Nicki Minaj aesthetic, because he's looking for the qualities under the hood. He needs to pop the hood and see what the engine is like. He doesn't care what the engine is like of an Instagram baddie, when all he wants to do is pleasure himself to that image, because he's not even going to meet this woman in real life. They could be in different states, different parts of the world. He's never going to speak to this woman face to face. He's never going to have to protect or provide for this woman. She is there to be his entertainment. But when that man is expected to go to work every day, bring home a check, provide, protect, when there's a bump in the night, go down and fight the intruder, he needs to know he's got quality. So he's going to trade off the physical for a woman of substance. But these women who are making this video are so superficial and shallow, they don't understand that women are categorized by men. Do you want quality or do you want quantity? Do you just want a ton of validation or do you actually want a man of substance? And these women are going to lose out on a man of substance because they're out here chasing the clout that the Instagram baddie is allegedly getting. This is the thing. Clout is a hell of a drug. She's just doing this video for views because there's an audience for it. Black women have made it very clear that they have these gripes and they have put themselves in a position to be used as a cash cow by anybody. If you want to build a platform, just start making anti-black male content and in no time you're going to have a following. So that's all I really wanted to say. I found it a bit sad that, 2024 black women are still making these arguments and these talking points. And I did say in the last video that men like thoughts and hoes. That's true. But it's the thottiness that they like. It's not the hair. Men do like 304s, no matter how much they get on the internet and talk about how much they dislike 304s. If these men didn't date these women and, support these women financially through OnlyFans and Instagram or whatever, and First and Lust, these women wouldn't have grounds to do the things that they do. So I stand by what I said, but it's not the hair that they want. They're not aroused by the hair. They're aroused by everything else that she has on display. So that was just a quick video that I wanted to kind of address. I really appreciate everybody. Leak, long time no see. Shout out to George Golden, everybody who's catching this on the restream. It's not that long, so you can still pat your own back, but you didn't have to suffer 5 hours like you normally have to. So I hope everyone has a good day. Be safe. Not because of COVID, but just in general. Hit the like button on the way out. Share this video with somebody who needs to see it. Give it a big thumbs up. And of course, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.